Howdy, North Tama art students. Today in Mrs. Minard's Art from Home, we are going to be creating a cool little magic monster, okay? And what's super fun about these is you can be creative and they have a nice little surprise as well, okay? So, as you can see, we have some folded paper. We're going to be creating an adorable little monster, right? Pretty adorable. Oh, I'm not so sure if I think he's adorable anymore. But at least he's got some healthy eating habits, right? So, what's really cool about these is they have this little surprise element, okay? So we'll be using some folding skills and drawing skills to get these guys super cool. All right? So let's get started. First part of this project is, again, you'll need some paper. Printer paper works just fine. Notebook paper works just fine. First thing we want to do is divide it 4 ways, okay? So I'm going to be folding this hamburger style, as we call it in art class, once. So I'm making sure the corners line up, get a nice crease there. I'm going to fold it in half again, hamburger style. Okay, after you've done that, go ahead and open it up. So now you should have 4 sections that you can easily see. Okay, I'm going to bring that top section down so that it closes the 2 middle sections. So it looks like this. Okay, so again, top, bring it down to the bottom section, and then I'm going to crease it there. Okay, now what I'm going to do then, as I'm continuing creating this, is I'm going to be drawing, as you can see, the little outside of the monster first. Let me get some paper here, hold him down. Okay, there. Now he should hopefully stay where I need him to stay. Okay, so as I have that, remember that folded part is going to be on the top, okay, and then I have that extra sheet down at the bottom. All right, so we're going to first be making some eyes and the little outside of his body here, and then we'll add the surprise part on the inside. I'm drawing with a Sharpie. You can use a pencil, you can use a crayon, anything you have that will draw is great for this project. I'm going to start by making the eyes. I'm going to just use my circle shapes to make those eyes. Okay, now if you want to get a little more creative, you can have a different shape. Maybe your eyes are a square, maybe they're a diamond shape. Any ideas work here. I'm going to give him some eyelashes. Notice the eyes are kind of in the center of my folded papers. Okay, next thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to add the nose. You can add the nose a couple of ways. You can make 2 raindrop shapes like I did there. I'm going to add two little dots and then a little C over top. So it looks more like a dragon nostril. That's what I like to call it. Okay? Next thing I'm going to do is draw a hill that starts at the bottom of my paper, goes over the eyes, and comes back down. Okay, and so you can see my hill is going to go right over that folded part of my paper, goes over top of the eyes, and comes back down. Very much similar to how you would draw the basic part of a ghost. Okay, now you can add little feet. I like to start at my hill here and make a little oval shape. Bring it over, make another little oval shape. Because a monster is such a wide idea, there can be any type of monster. So don't feel like you have to make your monster look a certain way. Totally great place to get really creative and add whatever other elements you'd like. Okay, so what else can I give my monster? I gave my other monster horns. I could give them antlers. I could give them some crazy hair. I'm feeling some pigtails right now. So I start by making a tiny little oval on either side of my hill, because that's the ponytail. And then I just make sort of rainbow type lines coming out of the oval. So now my little monster has some piggy tails. Okay, let's give her some toes by drawing little hills inside of my oval shape there I made for the foot. Okay, now next thing I do is make the mouth. When you're making the mouth, you want to make sure it goes right on the edge of your folded paper. That way when we open it up, it's like his mouth is opening up. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker and just draw right alongside that folded line first. So I make sure it's right on the edge. Okay, Now if I want to turn the edges up and make it look more like it's a smiling monster, I can do that. Oh, she's pretty cute. I'm kind of liking the ponytails here. Okay, you could add some sort of a tummy, like scales, feathers. You could just add some stripes or wavy lines. Okay, so now we have our basic body, the head, and our mouth is right on that folded line. Next thing I'm going to do is open this up. Okay, so now you can see the head's way up here, the feet are way down here, and I have this middle section. All right, and this is where we're going to add some other elements. So let's go ahead and open my example guy up here so you can see that. Okay, so now first thing I want to do is connect the head to the legs. So I'm going to take my marker or my drawing tool, whatever it is that I have, I'm going to just connect those lines. Okay, same thing on the other side. Now she's kind of standing tall. Next thing I'm going to do is draw the mouth, and the mouth starts at my folded line, and it's going to go all the way down to my third folded line. So here's 1, 2, 3. It's going to touch the third folded line there. Down and touch, and down and touch, and it's all the way down to my third folded line, and now I'm going to draw across that folded line. Okay, so now you can see it's like her mouth is opening there. Since I did kind of some jagged vampire teeth on that one, I think I'm going to make some square teeth on this one. Again, using my basic shapes. Okay, maybe I'll give her some teeth at the bottom too. All right, now I like to think about what would my monster be eating. Maybe he's a vegetarian monster. He doesn't have to be a carnivore like a T-Rex. Maybe he likes to eat apples. Maybe he likes to eat ice cream cones. Whatever you think is funny. Now I'm going to go to my middle folded line here, okay, which is my second folded line, and I'm going to make the top of an M shape. So that's kind of like that's his tongue area, so we know that that's where the food that he would be eating is sitting. Let's say, I'm thinking ice cream sounds pretty good. I don't know about you guys. So I'm going to put a little upside down triangle shape right in the middle of the dip in my M that I've drawn there. I'm going to add a hill to the top of that triangle shape. And if you want, you can add some wavy lines for like the ice cream oozing over the end. Let's make it mint chocolate chip. That's one of my faves. Okay? Now, in your two spaces that you have here, you can add other details that will be revealed when you open your monster. Okay? So, for example, I might want to add arms, wings. Anything that's within these two spaces is going to be my hidden revealed monster. Okay? So, if you want to add arms, you could do that. Just make sure you keep it within those revealed hidden spaces. Okay? She's looking pretty hilarious. Maybe she's going to have wings. Maybe I want to add some more details. Like scales or feathers to her body. Okay, so let's go ahead and try her out. So to make this work now, after I've colored it and had it set up the way I want, I'm going to take the top, bring the top down to meet that third folded line. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, cute little monster. And then to reveal it, you hold the top, kind of pinch right there at the head, and I pull it open. Okay, so feel free to add all kinds of color like I did. You can use anything that colors. You can use watercolor even if you'd like. You can use colored pencil, crayon, add some crazy cool color to these guys. And then you can bring them around to your families. Oh, nice to meet ya. I like ice cream. It's always fun to be a little silly with your art. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us, and you guys have an awesome day and keep making art.